on 6 former Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac executives today. The SEC is on the floor. Well, the SEC, they're slapping fraud charges on 6 former Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac executives today. The SEC claims the top execs misled taxpayers and the government about risky subprime mortgages that the mortgage giants held. For more on this developing story, we've got developments, is Emax. She's here with us.
Yeah, we got breaking news. PNC Bank just put on administrative leave the former chief risk officer for Fannie Mae, and he has been named in the SEC's securities fraud charges, which, Chris, also include former Fannie Mae's top executive Daniel Mudd and former Freddie Mac top executive Richard Siron. More breaking news here. SEC sources telling Fox Business they may move via the regulators for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to try to claw back earnings that were basically given in the way of executive pay to the top executives. Daniel Mudd earned about $16 million in total cash compensation, stock awards, bonuses for the years in question, when the alleged fraud happened. And Richard Siron, $16.9 million. Here's what the SEC is saying in its charging document. Material misstatements coming out of these executives at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. They misled the markets. They perpetrated half-truths. Also, more breaking news. These two companies, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, have joined plan to join the SEC in their lawsuit against these former executives. That means these executives might not be able to access directors' and officers' insurance, which would cover their litigation expenses, which is what you saw happen with Franklin Raines when he, former head of Fannie Mae, was roped into basically an accounting fraud there and had to pay back earnings of about $25 million. So here's the issue. The way that Fannie and Freddie misled the markets is key. The SEC is saying that these executives at Fannie Mae fraudulently reported that just 10% of their book was actually risky, meaning subprime, went $4.3 billion or so, when $48 billion in the year in question for 07 was at risk, 06 too. Freddie Mac told the markets, these executives told the markets, no subprime exposure in 2006, when actually there was $141 billion worth of subprime risky loans on the books. Also, that represented about 10% of Freddie Mac's book at that time. That number, Chris, grew to $244 billion by 2008. The SEC is also saying that Fannie Mae misled the markets by giving a new name to subprime loans to mask their exposure, to misstate what was going on. They called them expanded loans when they were actually subprime loans, Chris.
But with Fannie and Freddie joining the suit, what they're basically saying is, don't say Fannie and Freddie knew X, Y, and Z. Say these executives outside of the realm of their duties within Fannie and Freddie were doing this, not the organization, not the institution as a whole.
Yeah, that's what's key. And, you know, having covered accounting scandals in the past for the Wall Street Journal and also at Forbes, I'll tell you this is not new. The Fannie Mae, in other words, Fannie, in the sense that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have been in the dock before. A big accounting problem, restatements and accounting frauds alleged against Freddie Mac from 1998 to 2002. Freddie settled back then for $50 million with the SEC. Fannie Mae, 98 to 2004, that's when their accounting problems and alleged accounting fraud happened. Fannie Mae settling for $400 million with the SEC and their regulators. So this is an ongoing saga at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. We'll be watching this one as the news continues to break, Chris. Back to you.
It's very interesting. Thank you so much.
Sure, delighted.